Welcome back and welcome in all you club members. Today we are covering another night of Halloween. What night are we on? Bro, I can hear you chewing. That's
Sorry.
crazy. This is a trigger warning.
No,
for
my
everyone.
antacids.
I'm so
We're on
old,
day 16.
man, dude. We're on day 60 of 31 nights of Halloween. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Day 16, chill. And tonight we watched a movie that can be described as dark and wicked because this movie is called The Dark and the Wicked. Who's the dark and who's the wicked in the movie? Do you think it was like the brother's dark and the sister's wicked?
Or I thought the grandma or the mom, whatever she was.
This one's this is an interesting film. It's independently, produced and filmed. It's on Shudder or what's the other one? FX?
AMC Plus.
AMC Plus. And it's definitely worth a watch, especially for those of you that are horror fans. But let's get into it.
All right, perfect. Okay, so thank you. Here's the log line. On a secluded farm in a nondescript rural town, a man is slowly dying. His family gathers to mourn, and soon a darkness grows, marked by waking nightmares and growing sense that something evil is taking over the family.
Ooh, yeah, this happened to my family once. Sorry. So this movie is, it's definitely a more supernatural tinged film.
Yeah.
Very graphic though, in that. So not quite like, oh, there's a chair moving by itself. It's more like, oh, I'm possessed, I'm going to chop my fingers off, kind of supernatural. So very visceral. So for me, that stuff gets me a little bit, especially eyeball things, like eyeball trauma to the face kind of messes me up sometimes.
Yeah.
So there's something that happens with eyes that I had to look away. It gets me every time, and it made me like want to gag. This is not like a good meal eating movie. Spaghetti while watching this was tough. Tough watch. So
that's what we should do. We should just create a segment of like what meals go good with this movie.
Spaghetti? Meatloaf?
Yeah, I was gonna say meatloaf.
It feels like a meatloaf movie. Meatloaf sandwich?
So
ooh, that would slap. So this movie, I do actually appreciate the body horror elements. It's pretty mild compared to other things like, I don't know, Together as far as body horror goes. But some of it is pretty freaky. If old ladies get you scared, this might be a good one for you. So that's all stuff I appreciate. But ultimately, this movie does have some blunders for me. But we can talk about that. I think we have similar takes on that. But did you enjoy this film at all?
Yeah, so I really enjoyed this movie. And I say this often. I was enjoying this movie until I kind of wasn't. So for me, the things that were winners of the movie was it has really decent scares to where there's a couple of times where we talked about this a couple episodes ago where I kind of have to look away at some points. And I did that a couple of times in this movie. There's really good set, in general, there's the barn, there's the
location
house.
looks great.
Yeah, and it's just got this dark mood, which I love about horror movies. And then the cinematography as a whole, including all that, the things that they chose to show, the way that they shoot. There's a couple of scenes in there where there might be someone swaying from a high or a place in the barn. And the way that they kind of did the camera work on that, I thought was really kind of intense. And it's
a very moody film.
Yeah,
it's shot in a moody aesthetic, I guess.
Yeah, so both of those things together, and I think minimal soundtrack was good. I thought this movie was really enjoyable. And then that's
amazing special effects.
Yes,
amazing special effects for a lower budget, independent film. It kind of slaps in that way.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of tiptoeing around our disdain, dislike, and I've noticed this a lot for a lot of movies that are trying to imitate the so-called A24 style. For our audio-only listeners, I did quotes because I don't think that's a thing fully, but hot take. But then also, it has, when they do this, they end up not having great character development sometimes because they're trying to be elevated horror, which is fine that you want to make a horror film with deep meaning. but at least develop the characters. I mean, come on, that's like bare minimum. And I just did not really care about either of them. And some horrible things happened to them, and I'm scared for them. But I think we're supposed to feel emotional a few times, and I just didn't feel that because I didn't know anything about them. Their dynamic was like, obviously they're estranged, but maybe the director of this should have watched a couple like, drama films like Waves or something to get inspiration for how to do the character aspect. But,
right. And it's kind of like, right, we are watching movies, right? Our whole thing is show, don't tell. But you have to at least develop your plot and your story just a little bit better than this. Like, that is kind of, I think I've noticed myself whenever I watch some of these movies, that sticks with me longer is the thought of this movie. Not the scares, whatever. We can get scares from any, like...
the mental, the like psychological aspect.
Right, and I'm not even saying like this category of scary movie is wrong, but based off of what you and I are talking about, it seems like they're trying to do elevated horror, which, if that's the case, it didn't really carry as much as they maybe thought, or maybe that we wanted. So I think that's what kind of makes the movie go from a 4 to a 3 for me. It was, again, kind of like you said, I actually liked the way that we kind of get into the horror, like almost immediately. I love that. And I was like, oh man, we're going to like get to know these people through like this dark and eerie kind of moments. But then you really don't. You go along with them for the ride, but you don't really get to see who they are, what makes them, I guess, get up every single day and do what they're doing. Like you're missing key elements to just character development that kind of tears it away for me.
I 100% agree. I think too, like on that same thing is like sometimes that does work where you don't know the characters that well. Like something like Lighthouse, where it's such a unique concept and like atmospheric experience that it could work. This movie isn't that. It doesn't work in that way. So also, messaging of this film is really confusing. I must say. Not that that's like a ding on it, but I'm just a little confused.
Well, no, but it does kind of like, what is your message here? That's the whole point of a plot, is what's the message you're trying to convey through a film. So if it feels...
especially if you're doing an elevated horror
that's
film.
like actually like writing 101. What's the message you want to convey through this film? And then you build off everything from that message.
Yeah. And I think there's a case where a movie doesn't have a message. It just exists.
Sure. And I think we could call those...
You can tell they're trying to say something.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a really good film in terms of like just scare and just like let's put this on. But in terms of like elevated horror, it falls pretty flat for me.
Work. Halloween vibes though, pretty strong Halloween like fall vibes in this one, and PETA fans will love this one.
Okay, all right. You're in this situation. You're either the sister or the brother.
Ooh,
how scared are you?
I hope I'm the brother.
Hey man, anything's possible in today's time.
I am a sister. Sorry, Brittany and Destiny, you're a brother now. No, I would be pretty scared. Like if my parents were on death's bed and then I went there and like weird stuff was happening. This actually would take place in my parents' house, 100%.
Yo, 100%.
It's in the middle of freaking nowhere. Yeah. And I'd be scared out of my mind.
We used to pretend that this stuff was happening in your parents' house.
Yeah. I'm just going to say I'd put them in a home before this happened.
Yeah.
To avoid this situation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I literally just thought, I was like, that's actually kind of a cool element right there. Put, people who are being haunted in a home. It's actually not a bad idea.
That's our first feature. Bro.
You heard it here first. Hey, all these YouTubers are getting opportunities, man. I think it's our turn at this point.
If anybody wants to give us... We could do it for a couple mil. We could
even do it for 500,000.
I could do it for 100K. We could use real old people.
Dude, all right, cool. Guys, we're going to go write this movie.
Yeah. Okay, in this situation, it's a 4 out of 4 scare for me. I would actually be
4 out of 4. Our like ranking is so off every single time. Okay,
how scary is it for you?
I'm a B tier.
What would you say? How scary is this
for you? This is really scary for me. It involves practically everything that I'm scared of.
That you hate?
Yeah, being alone, old house, old people, and, demonic
Fingers,
spiritual
being chopped
entity.
off.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, cooking.
Cooking, dude. Every time someone uses a knife in a movie, though, I'm like, oh, they're gonna chop their fingers off, and it never happens.
Yeah.
And then in this movie, I was like, it's not gonna happen.
Was it
I was
this
like,
one
"Ah!"
or was it in Behind Her Back? Bring Her Back.
Behind her back is crazy. No, in that one he eats the knife.
Oh, right. Okay. I couldn't remember. All these knives.
Great, good times.
Anyway. Okay, guys. Well, that is The Dark and the Wicked. We already told you where you can go look it up. Guys, did we get this review right? Tell us. Do you think it deserves higher rating or lower rating? So go to the comments, let us know. Make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on our notification bell so you never miss an episode, especially this month because we're releasing an everyday episode for the month of Halloween. So guys, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being a loyal club member, and we will see you tomorrow for another episode. Remember, be kind, rewind. Peace.